Christmas Eve is special for me. It's a time for remembering and a time for forgetting. I try to remember the good things, like the joys of Christmas Eve going back some 60 years. And I try to forget the bad things, like the isolation of 9 months of an ongoing pandemic and the growing division of people in this land. But thinking on the good things helps me to forget the sad things. Things like, I remember the little plastic light-up Santa that my grandmother had on her telephone table in 1965. Oh, I loved it. I remember the creche she had on top of her big, clunky console television. I remember my mother's Christmas Eve parties, an annual event that was practically an open house with people stopping by all evening. Her buffet table was covered with a white tablecloth and set with an array of ruby red glass dishes. There was a centerpiece of greenery and candles. I remember on Christmas morning being paged out with my brother, Steve, to a rescue squad call in the middle of opening gifts to go to a neighbor's house to do CPR until the ambulance could arrive, and then not getting home until several hours later. I remember a Christmas in Baltimore before I was married, when Stacia came to my apartment while I was at work and put up a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree and covered it in ornaments in an attempt to dispel some of my grinchiness that year. I remember getting up early on Christmas morning to visit Grandpa Joe's grave before the traditional breakfast that he once loved so much. I remember oyster stew and fried ham and Jim Beam whiskey and Fox Hunter pie, pecan tarts and sand cookies, sausage balls and bourbon dogs. I remember my mom's last Christmas and how she tried so hard to rally for her family, knowing it would be her last Christmas. I remember my brother-in-law John stretched out on the Christmas rug in front of the fire, sleeping or making a wry observation on somebody's gift on Christmas morning. And I remember Angela, from whom the joy of life and the love of tradition emanated in waves, especially at Christmas. The memories go on and on, good memories for the best part, bittersweet at the worst. Memories of loving and giving and sharing and laughing and eating. Memories fueled by the give and take of genuine affection and concern. I'm blessed to have so many good memories of Christmases past, and I'm hopeful that you have some too. So it pains me today when I visit folks to hear them speak of the commercialization of Christmas, or that people have forgotten the true meaning of the season. We've all heard it. We've probably all said it at one time or another. Christmas just isn't what it used to be. Christmas is all about buying and selling. Christmas has been taken away from the church. Well, I don't believe any of that is true. Christmas is what Christmas has always been: the celebration of the incarnation, God in human form. Christmas is our acknowledgement that God at last found a way to enter his creation and to give humanity a second chance. Christmas is our recognition that God is with us and that we are not alone. Sure, stores start putting up Christmas decorations right after Halloween, but why should that bother us? We say folks will be tired of Christmas by the time it gets here. But that's not true either, is it? Sure, retailers and shoppers and folks who see Christmas as nothing more than an obligation under which they must labor, these folks might get tired of Christmas before Thanksgiving. But others, we who know and have known Christmas for what it is, we could never tire of Christmas. We can awaken to Christmas every morning with the joyous understanding that we are not alone. We are not forsaken. God came to us in our likeness and showed us the way to eternity. Christmas is not simply a once-a-year blowout of consumer goods and gift-giving. Christmas is a way of life, or it can be a way of life. What if we were to anticipate each day as if it were Christmas Day? What kind of people would we be if we felt a spirit of giving and forbearance year-round the way that we do at Christmas? I don't know why it is, but during the Christmas season, and especially on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we tend to become different people. We become more caring, more loving, more generous, more merciful, and more open to miracles. There is something in Christmas. There's something in Christmas that nudges us into dropping our facades and showing our true selves, our miraculous selves. Men and women, boys and girls, capable of giving and receiving that life-affirming love that flows not only from God, but from those he created in his image as well. So if you feel like those around you don't understand what Christmas is really all about, tell them. Or better yet, show them. Invite them into your tradition. Show them the importance in your life of that manger in Bethlehem. Give them respect and dignity. Stop holding back on the love that's in you. Christmas will never be as you remember it. Not again. Because when Christ comes, he makes all things new. So the celebration of Christ's birth each year is a new event, a new start, a new chance to live into the miracle of the lowly birth of the King of Kings and to be the people Christ showed us we could be. Christmas has not been taken away from us. Christmas can never be taken away from us. We don't own it, and we shouldn't try. Christmas is a gift God gave us with the intention that we not only keep it, but we give it away. There's more than enough Christmas to go around. So if we start spreading in October, who cares? What that the world could have Christmas on its mind every day of the year? So tonight, tomorrow, or whenever you celebrate Christmas with your family or friends or with complete strangers, in person or remotely, smile and think of the memories you have of years past and the memories you're making in that moment. Ponder how love came down from God and assumed human form, a frail, dependent, tiny infant, to bring us good news and joy of life, peace unto all people, not just for a day, but for every day, forever. And God bless us, everyone. Amen.